Okay, we're in Clovis, California, and we just pulled this toilet. Take a look at the flanges down here. It's had a little water leaking out of it. You can see that the plastic is popped up above the flange itself, so that needs to be cut back. Bolts look a little rusted, so we'll put some new bolts in there. Flange has been sitting in water, and it's steel. You can see that it's bent up on this side pretty good. And this one is completely loose, so I don't know what's going on with that yet. And then this one, it's tight, but we'll see what's happening with that one right there. And then take another video, see what we can do with that. So what we're going to do here in Clovis is go ahead and use this repair flange. They make steel rings for that flange. They also make these gasketed with some stainless steel screws. You slide it in the hole and you tighten the screws down, and that becomes a new flange. With either one, technically even by code, you're supposed to put brass bolts in all the holes and cement it in, which means first thing is you'd have to jackhammer or river hammer all around this flange and get all the concrete out, all the dirt out, everything, and then mount the new flange, whichever one, steel ring. They have a split ring that you can use, or this flange right here. And the steel ring kit looks like this right here. So either way, you got the bolts to the floor. So that's a big repair, $600-700. I told the homeowner, and they're fine with just mounting this to the floor and using the stainless steel screws and just the gasketed fitting, not mounting it to the floor to avoid the cost of a full repair. So they're okay with that. So we're going to go ahead and start taking this apart, see if we can get this installed for them and get this toilet set again. So, still in Clovis, and third portion of this video, I just wanted to show you the flange that we installed. What this has, we showed it to you when it was before we installed. It's got a gasket in there, 3 stainless steel hex screws. You tighten those down, and it seals. And then we explained to the homeowner that these should be fastened to the floor, which is an expensive project. They opted out of that, and we're fine with just mounting it and holding the gasket. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put a wax ring on there, new brass bolts. Tighten it down. We're not going to make it real tight because we don't want to start pulling on this, and then we'll probably just replace the supply line as well. I don't like that one. And then see how it goes. Take a video when we're done. Okay, last portion of the video. We did go ahead and pull up that flange that we took a video of earlier. Without it being anchored to the floor, that gasket just pulls up as you tighten the bolts down. So what we did is we cut out a portion of the existing flange and glued a new flange to the inside of it. It's like a steel ring, and bolted it down. Anyways, you can see toilet's solid, sitting real good. Just leave this alone for about 24 hours, should be fine. I did look back in here, and we tested the bowl. There's no water coming out around the bottom, which is the problem that you were having. So we flushed it 2 or 3 times, put a bucket, filled a bucket and put it in there first, and then filled the tank. Right now I don't see any water leaking out of the tank, so I mean, for right now you should be good. But you can see the backside. If you pop your head around there, you can see the scale that's running down. Gasket looks fine, tank looks fine for right now. Hopefully you're getting a shot of something down there. It's kind of hard to see in there, but anyways, it looks dry for right now. So what we are going to do is we're going to leave that. That would be a separate repair if something happens with this tank here. Honestly, you could rebuild that entire thing by yourself. Don't need a plumber to come out. Be glad to help if you need me, but that's just got some wing nuts on the bottom and a couple of nuts, and everything comes apart. Put new parts in, you're done. So if you do begin to have trouble with that, you could just rebuild it. And maybe wanted to keep 3-gallon flush. But right now I don't see any water coming out from the foam gasket and rolling down. So I mean, as long as that stays dry, you should be fine. Start to get any water down there, I would imagine it's the tank, not the bowl. Reason being is we flushed it several times, it's filled several times, and we're not getting any water on the floor. So I think we're good down there for right now. Outside of that, this installation is done.